Hey guys, for this week we get to design our very own ugly sweater. Just watch the next few videos to find out how we can create ours by drawing our sweater and creating our design as well as coloring it in. Okay, so I'm going to start you guys off by drawing the steps you will need to draw a sweater. Alright, so first we need a marker, a pencil, and an eraser, and a white piece of paper. When you start your drawing, I want you to make your sweater big, so starting somewhere close to the top and ending somewhere close to the bottom. I'm going to draw one thing, and then if you guys need to, pause the video, draw the line that I drew, and then hit play and draw the next lines, and then pause and draw so you can see it step by step. I'm going to start somewhat close to the top, and I'm going to start by drawing what's going to look like a rectangle shape, but I want to put a little bit more curve in it. So I'm going to start with a kind of a curved line like this. Alright, this is going to be for the collar of my sweater. So first line, curve up. Next, we're going to draw straight down on both sides. Just a little. Now we're going to connect these with another curve. Okay? So you have your eraser there if you need to, or your pencil so you can erase if you make a mistake. That's the collar for my sweater. Now I'm going to draw some lines to make this look more like the lines of a sweater might have. So I'm going to come to the middle, and then I'm going to go off to the sides, and just with a little bit of a curve, I'm going to draw a line curving that way. Then I'm going to come and do the same thing here, curving a little bit like that. Alright, so this is the collar of my sweater. It is done. Now I want to draw for where my arms are coming out. So I'm going to start from the collar, and I'm going to draw down, kind of with like a big arc. Because this is a big puffy sweater, right, I want it to look a little more curved with my line. Now I want to do that same line here, coming out, curving down, going down to about the same distance we went down with the other one. Okay, so these are the start of the arms, these two curves. Next, what I want you to do is start where you think the arm would start here, and we're going to draw a line from here that's going to kind of go down, but I want you to go in a little bit and back out, like that, kind of like a sweater would curve. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing on this side. So I know that what's going to go here, it's going to end about there. Okay, my line is going to go in a little bit and curve out a little bit. Alright, so see how these lines are kind of the same. They're not perfect, but that's okay because a real sweater really wouldn't be perfect either. Now I'm going to connect these two with a curve. Alright, that's the bottom part of my sweater. The sweater also has kind of a little cuff at the bottom as well. So I'm going to go down to here, draw straight down, and mine has a little bit of an angle in, and then I'm going to draw a curve there. Okay? So if you don't like your curve, kind of rework it. There we go. Alright, now I'm going to add these same lines in. So I'm going to have a little bit of a straight line and then a little bit of curves going one way, and then my curves are going the opposite way here. Alright, so my sweater is almost done. I just have to make my arms for my sweater. Okay, so I'm going to start somewhere up here. I'm going to curve it down and then connect it. So start here, down, over and up. Okay? This one I like a little bit better. I might try to erase some of this one. So I think I did a little too much of a curve down. A little too much of a curve. So I'm going to go down. There we go. Trying to make it look like the other one. Okay, so the sweater is almost done. I'm going to draw the same things, the cuffs. So I'm going to draw down, down, and the curve, and then I'm going to add the lines in, straight line in the middle of the start, a curve, and a curve. I'm going to come here, straight down, curve, down, and fill in these little ribs of the sweater. Alright, So this is basically what I have for my sweater to start. The next would be to trace it with a black marker. And then the step after that, you're going to draw your details and your designs in your ugly sweater. When you're done, trace your design with a black marker and erase your extra stray pencil lines. Alright, so the next part is the fun part. We get to design our ugly sweater. Usually whatever you design, the more you have on it, the better it looks in the end. So you can think of some themes like reindeer face or Santa Claus face, lights, different holiday themes, elves, like a Santa outfit maybe. You can see a lot of times people use different characters, different sayings and writing words on yours, holiday lights maybe, just lines and patterns in general. Just anything you guys can use to draw on here, the more, the better it usually ends up looking. And I'm going to show you how I create mine on the next step. Alright, so for mine I decided to go with a reindeer face in the center and some holiday lights going down the sleeve. I'm using simple lines and shapes to draw everything, kind of making it a little symmetrical. It doesn't necessarily have to be. The more you can kind of put on here, the better. When you're all done with your drawing, trace it with a black marker so it stands out better. Don't draw exactly what I've drawn. Ugly sweaters look better when you create your own wild, crazy idea. Alright, so the last step is I'm going to color mine in. I've got a bunch of different colors. You guys can really color it in however you like. You can create a theme with your colors, or you can kind of go crazy with your colors either. So you see me coloring in the holiday lights, a bunch of different random colors, kind of coloring in the reindeer face as it normally would. And then part of my sweater is going to be white, part of it's going to be green, and the bottom parts around the neck and the arms are going to be red. Alright, so here's my final design. I've drawn my sweater following the steps. I've created my design and then I've colored it in. You guys need to create your own. Really, I do want to see a bunch of different crazy cool ideas out there. This is the best part about the ugly sweater thing, is that everybody tries to have their own wild sweater. That's what I want to see you guys create, using simple lines and shapes and then coloring it in however you think it looks best. I have seen some people make some smaller versions of these on like some smaller cardboard or the back of a cereal box and then cut it out and then turn it into an ornament. Maybe you guys are interested in doing that. Maybe you just want to draw it on the piece of paper. Really, I can't wait to see what everybody makes. I think this is going to be a fun project before we move on into finishing up our other projects that we've started previously. Make sure to share your artworks on Google Classroom and Seesaw. I can't wait to see what everyone is going to make this week.